Well, we're quickly finding ourselves on the verge of the upcoming holiday weekend and a brief cool down, a chance maybe to catch your breath before more sun returns into the area and much warmer weather. For Friday, brilliant sunshine back close to 70 degrees after a cool down for tomorrow, upper 70s on Saturday and back into the lower 80s as we get into Sunday. Great way to stay ahead if you're going to be traveling this holiday weekend. You take that free WTOL 11 weather app along with you. One of my favorite features, that hour-by-hour forecast, which shows fairly calm conditions but cooler weather that arrives tonight with that brisk breeze. It still is going to stay up tonight and into tomorrow morning, back into the mid to upper 40s. First thing tomorrow morning. Now, as far as rain chances, really nothing in sight the rest of this week into the weekend, and very likely we're going to get through the upcoming holiday weekend without any chance of rainfall. So may have you seeking some outdoor activities and enjoy it and enjoy the sunshine. Now, we're turning cooler, dropping back into the 60s as we expected. Oak Harbor to Fremont to Port Clinton, 60s across most of southern Michigan. A few spots are just barely hanging out at the low to mid 70s, especially off to the south and west. Now, the wind speeds are brisk, gusting at times up to 30 miles per hour, and that is really create some rough conditions out on Lake Erie. And as we look forward to that boaters forecast, we're going to be talking about highs that expected to reach back into the 80s as we get toward Memorial Day weekend. But how about our outlook toward what is currently happening right now on Lake Erie from our shores and islands area? This is the Put-in-Bay Harbor, and look at those flags that are whipping away in the breeze. And not only the high waves, 3 to 6 feet on Lake Erie, but also we're talking the threat of rip currents. Let's get it over to meteorologist Matt Willoughby. He's got the breakdown of what this is. And Matt, what we need to know, of course, to keep safe over the upcoming weekend.
Yeah, overall, Chris, those rip currents can be highly dangerous during the summer months. And we actually have possibly some active warnings for some rip currents. We do have a beach hazard statement, which shows when those wind speeds are coming off of Lake Erie, that is, you can definitely see some whip currents possible. So we have current rip current chances possible as we look at our beach warning statement. So looking at that, how to escape a rip current, that is, you have either areas where either sides, whether it's west or east, where you can escape that rip current and then go from either side on west or east, or even forward, or where you can kind of just float out of that rip current. So some of those ways you can at least stay calm. Well, don't swim against the current. That'll be number one. And of course, if you can escape, make sure you just float or tread the water. And of course, don't panic, just relax and make sure you don't, at least you won't get pulled under as far as those rip currents go. So just relax and just kind of just float out if you are caught in a rip current, Chris, overall, as we go throughout this weekend.
And Matt, keep in mind, though, that lake water temperature is still pretty chilly back in the lower 60s. Probably not a ton of people swimming yet, but it's good information to know for the upcoming summer.
Yes, it surely is. As we go throughout the summer months, you'll see more and more people out, or whether in the Lake Erie areas or just along the water, lakeshore areas and the eastern part of Lake Erie.
It is a popular destination. Meteorologist Matt Willoughby, appreciate that breakdown. Now, you are going to feel a cooler breeze. It's going to take over tonight and into tomorrow. That's what's dropping us back into the 40s tonight. And I do expect that wind will still stay up into tomorrow, gusting out of the northeast up to about 20 miles per hour, keeping our highs. Look at this for a late May day, back in the mid 60s, even a bit cooler near the immediate lake shore. Back into the 40s as we get into Friday morning. It will be a cool, crisp start to your Friday morning, but lots of sunshine will be back. And I expect our highs could be right around 70 degrees as we get into your Friday afternoon. So for your Thursday, sweatshirts or light jackets may be possible. Mostly sunny skies after a few morning clouds. Right around the mid 60s, brisk, breezy, dry weather expected for Thursday with that cooler feel. We're back close to 70 Friday. Saturday, we continue that warm up. And this is going to be ideal for your Memorial Day weekend. 78 Saturday, lower 80s on Sunday, mid 80s into Monday. And I expect all 3 days will be dry. If you're thinking picnics and barbecues or cookouts, or perhaps even opening up the pool this weekend. 80s continue into next week. Tuesday, upper 80s, and a day that could head toward 90 next week. That'd be the first of the season. Wednesday of next week, right around 90 degrees, and a chance out there Thursday and Friday of a few scattered showers and storms.